that's injured and Anna's injured, so it was nice to have feeling of coach having trust in me to start the game, and yeah.
He said that you want to do well so badly that sometimes you just play a little bit too fast or too aggressive. Is it tough finding that right speed or mindset right now?
Yes, it is. I mean, through my career, I've always had problems with finding the right pace, but I feel like I've been getting better at it. I've been spending a lot of time in the gym on it with coaches, and my teammates have been like a lot of help to me. So, yeah, there's still a long way, but I think I'm getting better little by little.
What is it that you think that you can bring to the team? I mean, we haven't seen you play a lot so far. Is it just an aggressiveness on defense? Is it a good feeling for the court when, where you have to get the ball and stuff?
Well, I think for me, for now, the biggest thing I can bring is a lot of energy on both ends, on defensive end and offensive end. I think that has been my main part here. Also, organizing the game. Um, yeah, I feel like that's been my biggest part. Yeah, doing the little things like not the things that not a lot of players like to do, like the dirty stuff. Doing that stuff, I think that's my biggest part right now.
Is it tough to carve out your own role when you're a freshman, or because you have so many freshmen on this team, does it make it easier because you know that some of you have to be able to do something to impact the team?
Well, I feel like it just makes it more fun because throughout, throughout the whole our time here, it's been mentioned that we're a very competitive group, especially us freshmen. So it's been fun, like finding your role in between that and just holding on to it and trying to help the team in the best way, like each of us can individually.
Nika, you live halfway around the world, or you grew up halfway around the world. What's it been like being in the States and on campus for the last 5 months?
Honestly, I never thought it was gonna be like this. It's been a great experience so far. I miss home, but I'm not miserable about it. My teammates have been so helpful, and I can honestly say that after 5 months, this is my second home.
What's it been like working with Coach CD and the staff to get you acclimated with UConn basketball? What's that transition been like for you?
Obviously, I knew that I was coming to a place where there's high expectations, and the level is pretty high. So I think I was like mentally kind of prepared for that. And but obviously, it was a challenge, and I think the coaching and my coaching staff and my teammates helped me a lot. And I think I got like every day I've been better at acclimating to how the basketball is played here because it's pretty different.
Is it a tougher physical adjustment or a tougher mental adjustment?
Both. Like I said in my one of the first interviews here, this is 10 levels above from where I've been in Croatia. So it's been a very challenging mentally and physically, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job at maintaining that level through each practice.
What about the balance? I get the feeling that you really are hard on yourself, maybe harder than the coaches are even, and that's typical of a human being. Do you try to have to rein in your emotions with the expectations that you have for yourself being a freshman? I mean, I know you want to do everything right, but sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Yes, that's been a very hard part for me because it's hard for me to just I'm not settling down to just saying I'm a freshman and I can do these mistakes and it's okay for me to do these mistakes. I don't want to settle down for that, never. So sometimes it's been really hard because I mean, when you're a freshman, there's just some things that you have to go through. You have to learn from your mistakes. So I think that part was pretty hard for me, yes.
And lastly, are you still hanging out with Vina a lot? Mama E?
Of course. Mama E, yes.
How big an influence has she been on you?
A huge influence. She really had a huge influence on me. I mean, the word says it, Mama E. She's been here like on and off the court for us. She's really a big leader for us on the court.
Yeah.
And we can always talk to her off the court. It's all fun with her. So she's been a huge part of my time here. Yeah.
Thanks, Nika.
You're welcome.
Hi, Nika. This is Charlotte Carroll. You talked about the adjustments you've had to make. What do you feel have been the biggest adjustments you've kind of had to learn through at UConn?
I think the biggest adjustment for me was to be consistent, because throughout my career, it was never expected for me to be consistent every day. It was expected for me to work hard, and I feel like I'm pretty good with that here. But to being consistent and defense too. But when I say defense, I say fouling, which is terrible here, the fouling. So I think I've had problems with those two, but I'm saying I'm getting better every day and learning from my mistakes.
Would you say fouling is the biggest mistakes you've kind of learned from, or the biggest mistake you've made?
Yes, because I think, and I still think to this day, that defense here is very soft because everything is a foul. So the coaches have been very hard on me when we practice defense in practice every day. And I'm starting to get it a little bit, and every day I'm getting better at it.
How do you balance that? I mean, you want to play aggressive and bring that energy and stuff, but then also not to the extent of fouling too much. What are you doing, I guess, mentally, or just what are coaches specifically doing with you to stop that?
Yeah, so usually I have Coach Shea that's keeping my mind on it on the sideline while we practice. And she just tells me to find the right timing on when to be really aggressive to the point when it's not a foul. So just time it up a little bit. I feel like that's been the biggest advice that she told me about defense.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Nika. So with you guys coming off 3 games in 5 days, and with how weird the schedule has been for you guys, having not played much at all before that, how much of a toll does it take physically to play that many games in that short of a span compared to just practicing constantly for seems like weeks at a time?
Honestly, it doesn't take a toll at all, because I feel like we've been so excited to finally play a game that it has just been a big relief for us to finally play games, especially 3 in a row. It has been, I'm sorry, excuse me. It has been, am I still in a breakout room? Yes.
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay. It has been a really fun experience, and as I said, a big relief that finally, after so much practicing, we were able to show what we've been practicing on in games.
So how hard are practices compared to games then? Are practices easier or harder, or is it about the same?
I'm just going to say that games so far have been, all the games so far have been easier than our practices. That's how I feel like, because we practice so hard, and we just play so hard in practice. We do everything more than 100%, that when we come to a game, we just know what to do, and it's easy for us to think.